Lastly, regarding wadribuhunna, the question of hitting wives. As I highlighted that this is this is mentioned in the Quran not as a command but as a permissibility, as a permission. That is, it is permissible for you. Just like it is not obligatory when your wife becomes recalcitrant, when she is disobedient to you, that you have to do wa'azi on her. It is not obligatory, but it is the way to go about bringing her back to the way of uprightness and obedience. So it is not a command, no, neither is it an encouragement for husbands to hit their wives. And among all the fuqaha, there are none like the Maliki fuqaha that have put restrictions on that. They say it is not permissible to hit your wife except in a way that will not inflict harm on her. What do they describe as harm? A bruise or something that will bring about a swelling, or using a weapon, or using like a cane. These are all not permissible. They regard the hitting as symbolic. And even that symbolic, they say it is only when you are certain or you have a preponderant thought that this is going to solve the situation when you are allowed to invoke that act. And even that act, if it leads to an accident, for instance, you pursue your wife in order to hit her, the hitting that is allowed, but then she slips and she breaks her arm, then you have to pay her compensation. If by sleeping, when she is running away from you, she sleeps and maybe that was the cause of her life, you have to pay diya on that, even though it is permissible. This is all in Maliki fiqh, and it is in our books. So that was why the Grand Qadi, he censured that judge who did not take offense to what the husband had done by breaking a chair, hitting his wife. Because these are all there in the books of Maliki fiqh. The most radical thing that could be done in case of rampant abuse is what has been mentioned by Ibn Ashur in his tafsir, that it is the privilege of the leader of the Muslims to say he has prohibited husbands from hitting their wives, because the injunction in the Quran is a permissibility, and you can restrict permissible things when they lead to infliction of harm or for any other consideration. It is permissible for people to do Hajj combined or single, ifrad, qiran, or tamattu. During the time of Sayyidina Umar, he said no one should do qiran or tamattu because he wanted to have so many visitors to Kaaba. He prohibited, he prevented, not prohibited actually, he disallowed something that is doing it will not bring about the intended good that is there in the Sharia. So if permitting this practice would lead to abuse of husbands by their wives, it is the prerogative of the leadership of the Muslims to say that people are not allowed to any longer hit their wives, and anyone who hits his wives, he will be subjugated to a punishment, and it will be permissible according to the Sharia. But for these are the kinds of things which His Eminence has said, this draft law should be re-examined so that it will have a wider consensus among the ulama of our country, so that we can adopt it to solve our numerous social problems. And on a final note,